Yeah, I want to show some love, give some support to my boy Devin, founder of Utah Nation. Continuous success, brother. And all I got to say is, it ain't no me without you, baby.
Ain't no me without you, baby.
It ain't no me without you, baby.
Yeah, you talk, it's the people show. Look, you talk, let the people know. Look, yeah. This is hurricane season. Only legends come up out there, you like Chris and Teigen. Name a letter better, W, that's what we preaching. Hurricane force winds whenever we breezing. Got rings for a reason. Look, we treat a gator like the swamp people, and Seminoles like the block people. And for my dogs, I will drive people. Just being frank, I got they flank like a cornerback. And I ain't even much a Florida cat. But hurricanes, I know more of that than most. Cause I seen them turn our houses into boats. That's that real talk, baby. I hope you was taking notes. That's the real talk, baby. Yellow Nation, coast to coast, is that Utah? Yeah.
It's Utah, baby.
Yeah.
It's Utah, baby.
#1 podcast.
Yo! You talk family, what go on? What go on? This your boy D, and of course, I got the man himself, Taz. Haitian Kane, man, Miami in the building. Our brother Taz, Haitian Kane, as always. Shout out to Taz. What it do? 305, Taz. Let me show you something real quick, Taz. Let me show him something. Taz, I see you down there, boy. I see you down there, Taz. I'm grabbing for you, Taz. I see you, Taz. What's going on, man? You talk family. My mother's in the building. Linda, what's up, baby? I love you, girl. What's up? Listen, it's a Friday night, and y'all know how we start off every show. Nothing don't change. It ain't no us without you, baby. Kane Nation, you talk family. What it do, what it does. Larry Frank Jr. It's Friday night. I hope everybody had a great week. Shout out to the Utah family. Shout out to the Miami Hurricane basketball team doing their thing in the Final Four. And hopefully this winning way, and the girls too, the ladies. Shout out to the ladies as well, man. Shout out to the basketball program.
Yeah.
And hopefully these winning ways, Larry Frank, will just rub off on this football team, man, this year, man. Hopefully it'll go ahead and it'll come over to the football team because we want a good year this year. But Larry Frank Jr., what's going on, brother? How you doing tonight? How was your week? Talk to us.
No complaints, man. No complaints. I tell you what, last week, man, I was out there getting it, trying to make my change, make my coins. And I'm gonna tell you something, man. I was chimed in on that basketball game, man, for the fellas, man. What's up to everybody showing love, Taz,
Jamal,
to your mama, Miss English, Jamal. What's up to y'all? How y'all doing this Good Friday night? I was locked into that basketball game, man. That men's game versus Texas, and I'm gonna tell you something, bro. They had to overcome a hot Texas shooting team and the refs, from what it sounded like. But shouts out to them, man. Hey, man, you. And how ironic, they're in Houston, going play the Final Four, going try to win a national championship, and they had to go through Houston and the University of Texas. Yeah. I don't want to start slinging that D word around, but it kind of sounds like destined. I don't want to jinx them, so what they say, don't pick us. But good luck to them.
And UConn ain't no slouch, bro. Like, I mean, they had to play the top teams, bro. Derek Alford in the building.
Derek Alford. What up, D? What up, Alt?
Via Duval in the building.
Duval.
Derek Alford, what's going on, man?
Yep.
Man, I mean, they had a path to travel, man. You know, like I say, I'm not a Miami Hurricane basketball fan like that. I root for them because it's the U, but I'm a UCLA Bruin myself. You know what?
I'm a North Carolina Tar Heel, so yeah. I'm right with you.
I like North Carolina. Oh, there goes Sigmund in the building, man. What's up, Sig?
What up, Sigmund? How you doing?
How you doing tonight, man? Shout out to the family, man. But yeah, I like North Carolina too, man. I see your boy transferred.
Caleb Love,
man. He terrible anyway, man. All you want to do is shoot and don't want to play no damn defense.
Yeah, he too animated for me, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. I mean, hey, look, we had our shot last year. We should have won that national championship. They fell apart, but. You know, Hubie, I like Hubie, but hey, this is where we're gonna see how good coaching is, you know, and how ironic Hubie did something very similar to what Mario did. Hubie came in there and hey, ain't no NIT. We ain't doing nothing. Like, yo, it's time to go to work. From a Tar Heel standard, I'm good, but you know, all conversation. I want to see Miami get that national championship on that hardwood, bro. And you know, shout out to the girls, man. They ran into LSU. LSU is loaded. It's gonna be LSU South Carolina for the national title. Everybody knows that, unless I forgot who they're playing. Virginia Tech. Unless Virginia Tech can somehow giant up a miracle. I mean, everybody trying to hype up with Iowa with that number 2 scoring defense and scoring offense in the country, but it's gonna be LSU South Carolina. But shout out to the Lady Canes. They did what they had to do. LSU is just loaded. Kim Mulkey's just that good, but they had a good run. But yeah, I want to see them Canes, man. You know, I ain't gonna hate. I want to see them fellas bring that national championship home.
Oh, for sure. Did you see the tight end from JUCO would get it? No, man.
Been busy, brother Jay. Been busy. You got to chime in and enlighten us on that. Yeah.
Definitely, most definitely. Sherry Lewis, what's up, man? What's up, cousin?
What up, Sherry? How you doing?
Happy belated birthday to my cousin, Sherry Lewis. That's my first cousin, y'all. Avon Park, Florida's in the building, man. Shout out to Sherry Lewis. Happy birthday.
Happy belated.
Definitely. Yeah, cheer for the Hurricanes. Like I say, like you were saying about your Carolina Tar Heels, yeah, y'all should have won it last year because y'all was up by like 15, just like UCLA, just like we were against Gonzaga. And we blew the lead coming back trying to play conservative, man. Like,
yeah, man.
And lost to Gonzaga, man. But you know, we just want to talk about it, man. Shut the Hurricanes out, man, and tell them good luck. But I'm like Larry Frank, I'm not gonna say it, but it seemed like it's that year. Uncle Leroy, man. My little brother, like Tampa, Florida's in the building, man. Shout out to 1K. Tampa, Florida, too, man. What it do? Leroy, I see you, boy. What it do? But, yeah, man, most definitely. Let's talk about these Canes, Larry Frank. We got a topic tonight.
Right.
And that is we want to know what you guys' opinion is on the new linebackers coach, Mr. Derek Nicholson. And, you know, what can he do with the talent that he has coming in? Because we definitely got talent coming in with this class at linebacker, Mr. Larry Frank Jr. So I want to know, will Mr. Nicholson be able to coach up the talent that's coming in, and what can he do with the talent that we currently have on the roster? We already know about the Saint. We know that's the future. But what can he do with Corey Flagg and Keontra Smith and those guys? Will he be able to bring those guys along for the ride too? Tell me what's your thoughts, Larry Frank. I want to hear from you, brother. Let's go.
Yeah, you know what, man? I'm gonna say this much, man. He's a young coach. He's 36 years old. He played at Florida State. One of the things that I like about him being hired is the age that he is. He's not that far removed where football is right now. He's not that far removed from where football was. You know, and I ain't no knock on older coaches, you know, but I just think, you know, when you get a coach, a position coach or whoever that's closer, that's younger in age, you can relate to each other better. That is player to coach and coach to player. Sometimes you got a communication disconnect with older coaches. And I mean, I think Charlie Strong did do some positive things from a linebacker coaching position perspective, but you know, sometimes it's going to be a disconnect. I mean, you know, you got a guy that's in his mid 60s versus a guy that's in his mid 30s. You know, and where football has become and where it's gone, you know, Nicholson has played the position and played the game from where it previously was, but he's watched it evolve to where it is now. So he has a, you know, not that Charlie doesn't have an understanding, but a lot of times those older coaches, they don't want to get with the program as far as these changes and what's required now in this era. But I think Nicholson, having, you know, played not that long ago, and you know, he's got a coaching background, you know. Appreciate the dono. Mama, appreciate the dono.
Thank you.
The fact that he has coaching background, and I mean, he's got some Power 5 experience most recently at Louisville. He was going with Satterfield to Cincinnati before Miami hired him. He coached at Southern Miss. He coached at Alcorn in the SWAC and the HBCU. So, you know, he's got some good stops and some good experiences. I looked at some film One of the things I always look at is for coaching engagement with players. He's one that gets engaged with his players. He's somebody that's very passionate. He's somebody that's very vocal, and he's somebody that really can, pump his unit up. When you start talking about position coaches, there are three things that I really think are very much important. One is you got to be able to develop. Two is you have to be able to be a motivator. Three is you have to be able to teach fundamentals, not necessarily in that order. Basically, in that order, you get them. You have to teach fundamentals, right. Develop the fundamentals that you're teaching. Then when they're out there doing it, what they got to do before it's game time or in game time or locker room adjustments, then you have to be able to motivate. If they're down, you got to, coach them up, bring them back up. If they get a little too high and they got to settle down, you got to bring them back down. So, I like the hire, and I'm not going to say he's proven, but I like his hire. What's up, Daryl? How you doing? How you doing, brother?
Oh, brother. How you doing tonight?
I like the hire from the aspect that he's a young, energetic coach. And I'm going to say one more thing before I get off this monologue, this opening monologue. I see a lot of people, hating because he played at Florida State. Let me tell you something.
Right.
I don't care where they played at. I don't care about their alma mater. That don't mean nothing, because how many coaches can you have that didn't come from a rival? If they're successful, somebody's going to pick them and poach them away. So you know what? If he comes from Florida State, oh well, so what? If he can get, like the guys you mentioned, Corey Flagg to play at a higher level and Keontra Smith to play at a higher level, if he can help Wesley Basaint continue to progress on the level that he's been on, and you got Francisco Mauigoa, Francis's brother, coming from the Pac-12. He's coming in having been, a factor at Washington State, so if he can take, you got, I can't get them right, but you got Robbie and Bobby Washington. I know one's a wide receiver, the other one is the linebacker. If he can get, the linebacker or whatever to come in there and play the way he needs to play or whatever, come on, man. You got something to work with.
And like you said, he's fairly young. I think he's like 35 or 36, and he was actually pretty good. Remember him? I think he played like I want to say, was it 2008? He played back in 08 or something like that, 07. I remember the name. 06
to 09 at Florida State. And he played for Bobby Bowden. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I knew he was I remember him a little bit, man. He was pretty decent, man. And like you say, you just want somebody that can come down there and teach and if he can help the program, I don't care who he played for. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad. I hope that he can come in and motivate the guys and teach these young guys that's coming in. We're gonna see. But I think Sigmund asked the question.
Yeah, I saw that. I wanted to kind of, address that right quick. And Sigmund, real quick, I'll just say this. I don't think there's no pressure on Mario. You got to remember, not yet. I'm gonna tell you why, because baseball's always been solid at Miami. Miami's had a good baseball program. I can remember since the 90s. What, they got 4 national championships in baseball, and something like that. They're always contending for the CWS. So I don't think baseball is really gonna, pose that much of a pressure cooker for him. I'm gonna get to that in a second, but to just round out.
Right, Blaze, I'm gonna hold you to that.
I'm gonna get to that in a second, but to round it out. And as far as basketball, real quick, I mean, right now, this is, and I don't want to be negative, but right now, this is 2023. I don't want to say lightning in a bottle, but there's so much parity in sports these days with NIL, with the transfer portal, with recruiting. Listen, if you're there now, if Miami's there now, go ahead on and do what you got to do and finish the job. Because if they don't get back, well, yeah, they might have gotten to the Final Four, won a national championship. But at the same time, I don't think it's going to be any pressure. Mario, he's built for it.
Right. And like you say, man, I think the pressure is 2 more years, bro. I really say 2 more. I want to give him 2 more years. I want to give him 1 more class, 1 more recruiting class, and I want to see what he does after next year. That's my thing. We just start seeing results.
Yeah.
By the end. That's me, Sigmund. That's just my opinion.
Yeah.
But shout out to Miss Hibbert, man. What's up, Keisha's been a while, baby. How you doing, Miss Lady?
What's
He's in the
happening? What's
building, man.
happening?
Shout out to Keisha, man. Oh, there go our brother, man.
Our
For the
boy
show.
Chris came for life. What up, brother?
Train for life. What up, bro? Shout out to Zoe, man. Shout out to LJ. What up?
Yes, sir.
What it do? What's going on? But go ahead, Frank. You saying?
No, I was just saying I wanted to get with Brother Jay. Brother Jay says that I'm going to make this statement: the linebackers will be one of the best units on our team, and I'm gonna say this much: I can see that happening. I can see it. I won't predict it just yet because we got to see. You've got like we said, the guys that the aforementioned guys that really hadn't did well or did as well. We got to see if they can respond well to Nicholson. Now, I will say this much: if you go back to the DBs last year, where Cam, you kind of knew that Cam was going to be one of the better players, but nobody knew Cam would become an All-American. And he took that All-American season, and now Cam is getting ready NFL auditions right now. So Cam is really putting that unit on his back. But I'll say this much: I think Wesley Basaint can kind of mimic the same path that Cam did, because Cam kind of came out of nowhere and rose to the occasion. Now, I'm not saying Wesley will be an All-American or nothing like that, but I think Wesley Basaint, he got the experience. He got in a lot of games, got a lot of action last year, and, he's coming back with that experience, and now with better coaching, you see he's got some talent under his wings. I think Wesley can maybe ascend a little bit to mimic what Cam did in a sense. I'm not going to say All-American, but I do think Wesley might be able to get some second or third team ACC consideration, right now. Now, he can play his way up to all ACC first team, but I just see it. I just see Wesley becoming that next star, with Derek, as the coach.
I think he can, depending on the defensive line. I think if the defensive line is good, they can keep him clean and let him run.
Yeah.
Let him make plays. I think he can, man. We just got to see how the trench is going to be on both sides of the ball. But
right,
I agree, man. I definitely think that Basaint, man. I mean, we saw flashes last year.
Yeah.
He's freakish, athletic, man. So I think that
speed.
I mean, speed. Just
sideline to sideline. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
He's definitely that dude. But I just want to see how the D line is going to look this year. And like I said, when they can keep him clean and let him make plays, let him be Wesley. Between him and Bain, those are going to be my surprise dudes on defense, I think, this year. Ruben.
You know what? I'm going out on a limb. I think Mesidor. For the line. I think he's got to come back. I mean, he's got a lot to prove, I think, to himself. I think the opportunity is there. He did pretty good last year, and I think he has the most to gain by improving his game. So the only reason I'm not saying Ruben is we got to see how that rotation is going to be. I mean, is Ruben going to be able to get in the game enough to be able to make that much of an impact? I mean, I know when he gets in, he's going to do so, but what kind of rotations are we looking at? But I'm going to go Mesidor. I think Mesidor, and I got Wesley Basaint, really taking that next step as well from the linebackers. Listen, Cam going to be Cam. And my bounce back player of the year on defense, I'm going with James Williams. I think James is going to, this staff here is going to get him right. And I think James is going to do what we all know James is talented enough to do.
I say Ruben only because look at what Leonard Taylor did in his freshman year. He was just as dominant as Leonard Taylor was coming out of high school.
True.
Same way. So I think that you can't keep a guy like Ruben Bain off the field. He gonna play.
You gotta.
I think that he's gonna be effective when he get in the game. Now, could be wrong. I don't know.
No, I see it. I see it. The only reason, like I said, I look at Leonard Taylor. Look what you had for Leonard Taylor was able to actually play more because what did you have? You didn't have nothing. You've got more on the D line now, including Leonard Taylor. So
you got more names. You just got more names. Only one that are proven are who? Mesidor and Taylor.
Yeah.
And we got the transfers coming in. You know,
Yeah.
we got the young guys coming in, but those are still names. We haven't seen them yet.
Right.
And Jackson, I think, transferred to where? He went to Florida State, right?
Florida State. Yeah, that was a crap show, you know, situation with his mom and all of that. We you know, that was ugly. That was ugly. So we'll see, man. We'll see. I mean, it's that time of the year, man. We're getting close. I think the spring games in a couple of weeks, and you know, listen, man. Hey, you know, it's a lot of people. We're in the spring. You think that football season is so far away. We're only 2 months removed from the Super Bowl, but before you know it, man, they're gonna be cutting grass and painting them lines, boy. It's gonna be time. It's gonna be time.
It'll be here. It'll be here. So let's talk about something that I saw online. I don't know if you had a chance to see it. I think you did, but I seen an interview that Mario did, and he was saying that they asked him about TVD, and asked him how was TVD adapting to new offensive coordinator Shannon Dawson and the scheme.
Okay.
I'm just curious to know. Like he said that it's a match. Well, you know what? Let's let everybody hear what he said. Because here's the thing. Like I said, he also said too, Larry Frank, that they've installed 85 to 90% of the playbook, the offense. So I guess now those was his words, now, right?
Here we go.
Those were his words, right? Exactly. Those were his words, right? Now I'm just don't shoot the message.
You good, man. You good. You ain't gonna be in the line of fire. You gonna be all right. But I'm gonna be hanging out that car like that dude in Boys in the Hood. You know, if Mario don't get this right, he gonna be running like Ricky if he don't get this right.
Come on with it. I'm gonna play the clip real quick and y'all tell me what y'all think, because, like I say, he said that he's installed 85. Now, well, y'all don't know if you're gonna hear that part, but you got to go back and see. I'll put the interview in the description after the show. But he's just saying that this is a perfect match, as far as with the offensive coordinator Shannon Dawson and the scheme. It matches TVD. So this is it right here, y'all. So that was that. I want to know your thoughts, Larry Frank.
Look, as we said before, this is going to be one of the staple statements that I'm going to stick by. And anybody that played ball, yeah.
You guys can hear.
Yeah, do it again. I think the little sound button, the little button, speaker button, right next to the play button.
Play?
Yeah, it didn't play. It didn't play no sound. I saw it, but yeah, go ahead.
Okay, my bad. Let me put it back up here. Well, go ahead while you go ahead and finish your thought, though, Frank.
I'm gonna say it real quick, man. Ain't no championships or no seasons were determined in the spring, man. Spring ball is not. I'm sorry if I'm just. Let me go ahead and give a disclaimer right quick. The thoughts and opinions you're about to hear right now are those specifically of Larry Frank and not that of UTalk, its sponsors, its fans, or its affiliates. So let me say what I'm about to say. This is me, but I'm going to let you roll the clip right quick.
Can you guys hear it?
Nah, hit the little sound button right there, like right next to the pause, right there you go. Hit that.
It's on.
All right,
what about now?
It ain't coming through. It
Still ain't coming through?
No, ain't nothing happening. But
I'm sorry, y'all.
Yeah, it's all good. Basically, what Mario was saying was that basically to sum it up, that in so many words, TVD is his guy. You know, and I'm sorry. If you go back to installing 85% of the playbook, I have a problem with that, because spring ball, in my opinion, my humble opinion, spring ball is merely a way to gauge what you have going into the summer and the fall. If you've installed 85% of the playbook, but 50% of your team is injured, how in the hell are you going to know what your starters, presumed starters, are going to be able to do? Now, if you're running certain plays out of the playbook to start getting acclimated, that's fine. I'm okay with that. But come on, man. You don't build playbooks in the spring. You have modified versions of what you do. And you're going to run certain plays because you want to measure and see who's best to run a jet sweep, with these receivers or whatever. When we're going to start blitzing, blitz packages and stuff, who's hitting those gaps the fastest? Who's, on the offensive side when you have blitz plays, who's picking up these blocks is good, on the offensive line. That's what you want to see. Attitudes. You want to see what your players, how they respond. You want to see how they are with order. You want to. Spring is basically a measurement. You're getting everybody loose, getting them acclimated, to football, getting them acclimated to the Miami culture, to what you expect, getting them acclimated to the coaches, the new coaches. If you running plays and installing plays and you overlooking the fundamentals of getting acclimated to coaches, I got a problem with that.
Just saying. Oh, I thought it was pretty interesting. That's why I brought it up. When I seen the interview, like, okay. But I did hear defensive coordinator Lance Guidry. I like something what he said. He was basically asked, what do he think about the competition? Like, well, would jobs be open? I'm about to put the number up, Lakers. All day, you guys can start calling in. And he said that it's going to be competition every day. Every day, guys will compete for the starting job. Like I say, I did like that statement that he made.
Iron sharpens iron. And on top, what's up, JB? As far as, and look, iron sharpens iron, and on top of iron sharpening iron, you want to make sure some of these guys that are going to presume that they are going to be starters, keep them on their toes and let them know that, look, yeah, I'm thinking I'm a starter, but hey, kind of like what Andre Johnson said in the reunion, not Andre Johnson, Reggie Wayne said in the reunion, he had Andre Johnson behind him, and if he'd have went down, he wasn't coming out. If he'd have went down, his spot was gone. So you gotta have that competition, man, because this entitlement stuff that's been going on for the last couple of years, you got to get rid of that. You can't have entitlement anymore, man. From the quarterback on down. And I'm seeing reports, a lot of praise is going to Ja'Cory Brown.
Hold the line, caller.
So, real quick before I toss it over to the phone line, a lot of praise is going to Ja'Cory Brown, and he's having some pretty good looking days. So, even up to TVD, man, ain't no position promised to nobody, man. Open competition, and may the best man win. That's how it always used to be.
And that was perfectly said. Because we talked about that off air, and you got a lot of guys that's just penciling him in as the starter. And I think DJ made a great point, I think 2 weeks ago when we were on. And like DJ said, Benny Barrett, what it do? What's going on, brother? We see you. Like DJ said, he had one decent year when he came in half the year and played, and nobody had tape on him.
No tape.
So, we definitely want him to do good, but you just can't give guys the starting position just like, in the spring, and we haven't seen anything because he didn't have a good year last year. He was hurt, I know, but still, when he was in, it didn't look too good to me, the games that I seen. So there should be competition going across the board, man. But caller, you on with You Talk, man. State your name and where you're calling from.
Hey, what's up, man? This is Lakers all day, man. I'm calling for Fort Lauderdale. What's up?
Fort Lauderdale building, man. Lakers all day on You Talk. What it do, bro? Talk to us. What's your thoughts, man? And what you think about the new inside linebacker hire, man? Mr. Derek Nicholson. Talk to us.
I don't know just yet. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got to see what he does with our linebacker and see, if he can, develop these linebackers to be, like a great top, like a NFL, linebacker. Like, you know what I'm saying? Nobody knows what he can do. So, you know what I'm saying? We have to see what he can do. But, you know what I'm saying? I heard y'all talking about Jacory Brown, and right now, he's my QB1. I don't care. I don't care what Mario's saying. I don't care, you know what I'm saying, talking about TVD as a quarterback. You know what I'm saying? Me, I'm tired of understand our coaches, right? We always put TVD as the QB1, right? Why not let them fight it out?
Thank you.
You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Like that's not right. You know what I'm saying? Like Jacory Brown got better, right? And low key, you know what I'm saying? Like we don't even know what type of player TVD is going to be, is because you know why he got hurt last season.
Great point.
You know
Great point.
So
Great
why
point.
Are we going to put TVD as the main starter when you don't even know how he's going to play?
That's right.
Tell it.
Right. Facts, bro.
It's like that's not right. You know what I'm saying? Like Jacory Brown, you know what I'm saying? Like I go on Jacory Brown's Instagram on his comments and I be like, yo, bro, you are my QB1. You know what I'm saying? And I tell him, you know what I'm saying, like, you need to stay focused so you can be our great quarterback. Because, like, I believe in Jacory. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, to me, I'll low-key put Jacory first over TVD. Because TVD, he didn't show me anything. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, he didn't show me nothing at all. You know what I'm saying? Like, even when he was playing, like, there's no, like, you know what I'm saying, there's no excitement towards him. It's just, like, he just drop back, fires the ball, and throws it up, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? Like, at least Jacory is like a low-key, like a Lamar Jackson. You know what I'm saying? You could do a play action. You can do you know what I'm saying, a quarterback sneak or something.
Correct.
But with TVD, all you do is just throw the ball, slant, you know, screen pass, down the field. That's it.
Yeah, and there's no improvising with TVD because he ain't as mobile as Jacory. You got to remember, Jacory Brown did this as a freshman last year. He was just thrown into the fire. He wasn't even supposed to play. But, you know, with everybody getting hurt, TVD and Garcia, you know, he was forced in. And I think that he played actually damn good considering the way that he had to play. You know, you don't think that he's gotten better, you know?
Right.
Over the, you know, it's like you're just going to name TVD to start. And you hear this on all of the outlets. Like, they're just giving this guy the job, and I'm just like, wow, it's amazing. Like, you know, you just forgot all about Jacory, and you don't think that he's been working on his game as well.
Right.
Yeah, but like that's not right. You know what I'm saying? Like we've been doing that for a long time now. You know what I'm saying? Even when TVD wasn't here, you know what I'm saying? We always named the quarterback that started last year. He's always the quarterback this year. No. You know, like, you know what I'm saying? If the starting quarterback like TVD, right? If he doesn't play good in spring game or practice, he don't need to be starting. You know what I'm saying? He needs to be bumped down. You feel me? That's how it needs to be. Like, you can't play these favorites. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not how it works, man.
Right. I agree.
So, man,
I agree with
that's
you.
That's all I gotta say.
I'll say this. Real quick, I'll say this. We was last year for the Bash for the Georgia Tech game. I got to see Jacory Brown up close and personal when he played that game. I think he had 3 touchdowns that day. He went off. Looking at him live, in game, right there in the stadium, like I said, I'm not going to compare him to Cam Newton because Auburn Cam Newton was just a phenom, but I got a human video game. But I had Cam Newton vibes here and there with what I saw with Jacory because he can move, he's elusive, he was spreading the ball, his passes were on point. I know it was Georgia Tech's defense. I get that. But you're talking about a freshman I think that was his first start, you know, so he looked too good for his first start, be it Georgia Tech's defense. And now I know things kind of fell apart as he moved forward, but look at the offense and look at the OC and look at what he was working with, and the offensive line wasn't blocking and the receivers wasn't catching balls and timing was off and play calling. So if you have this so-called good OC in Shannon Dawson that everybody seems to have anointed, and that OC had a system where Geno Smith thrived and mobile quarterbacks thrived, Come on, Mario. How you gonna anoint this man to start talking about TVD? How you gonna anoint this man to starter in the spring, man? Where I come from, quarterbacks are named at fall camp.
Yeah.
He did the same thing last year too, though. Remember? He did the same thing.
He's one of the best quarterbacks in the nation.
You know, I mean, that's what he said.
I don't understand. Like he said, like you said about our offensive coordinator, right? Like he coached Geno Smith, right? Geno Smith is a dual threat quarterback, right?
Mm-hmm.
Brown is a dual threat quarterback, right?
Yes.
All these quarterbacks now in college, they're all dual threat quarterbacks, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So now you have a TVD. He can't really run that much. You know what I'm saying? He's like a Tom Brady / Tua type of player. He don't really move around that much. He stays in one spot.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know what I'm saying, down the field. You know what I'm saying? Now, you know what I'm saying, the DNs are getting faster. They're bigger. You know what I'm saying? They can move. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not going to be able to just stay in the pocket. You're going to have to get out and move and step up and throw the ball. You feel me? And that's where Brown has him better than TVD, low key. And you know, I just want our quarterback to do good, and our O line and everybody else. For me, I'm a defensive guy. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to see how our corners do because our corners was not good last year.
No, they weren't.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? So I want to see how our corners are. You know what I'm saying? Because we need some shutdown corners. You know what I'm saying? We don't have a shutdown corner. You know what I'm saying? We need somebody that's going to low-key isolate one side of the field and let everybody else do their thing. You feel me?
Right.
Well, yeah, man. But I'm going to let y'all go, man. Y'all have a good night, and I'll be listening, man.
Appreciate you.
All day. We appreciate you, brother. Love you, now. You be safe. Have a good weekend. Thank you for your call.
All right. You too, man. No problem.
All right. Take care.
Great point.
It's you talk, baby.
That's what's up, man. I mean, I agree 100%.
Yep.
We've been saying that. You know, you're going to hear different things over here, y'all, on You Talk. You're not going to hear the quote-unquote, you know, politically correct thing to say. You know, these are our opinions, and it is what it is. And like Joseph Bernard said, it should be an open competition.
Yep.
And, you know, the offensive line, like I think that Lakers all day made a good point. You know, those guys, Geno Smith was a dual quarterback too. You know, so it's like he had to move around. A lot of people saying that the offensive line is not that important in this offense. Like hell, I mean, what do you mean? What are you talking about? You got a block.
Yeah, and you got you got a block. You know, you got to have those pulling guards. They got to be on their job. You got to be in cohesiveness with your snap count. You got to you offensive line. You better have it together with this offense.
Sigmund, I do. Jamal Davis is in the building, man. What it do, Jamal Davis? Talk to us. You on
JD?
What it do?
JD, it's been a minute. What up?
It's you talk, baby.
Come on, JD.
What up? I'm in timeout right now, man. They got me shut down for 10 hours. I had a little error on that logbook.
Hold on, Shawty. Hold on. Now listen here, Shawty. Now that's your fault. That's all. What you did? You went through the chicken coop and they sat you down. Being embarrassed, is you online? No chicken coop boy sat you down. Yeah, that law right. How long they sat you down for, Shawty?
10 hours.
Oh, they should have gave you 24. You should know better. They should have gave you 24.
Hey man, hey, let's just do like our forefather truckers did, boy. Just pull out that second logbook and keep rolling, brother.
Right. Boy, you want to see that electronic? hey, man, it goes to show, man. I mean, like, you got to weigh everything in accountability too. I mean, like, he might be the best passer, but what they got to look at is in practice, the quarterback don't get hit.
There it is.
That's true. That right there.
Yeah.
Quarterback don't get hit in practice. I mean, I feel like it should be an open competition, man, every year.
That's it.
Yeah, at every position.
But, yeah, at every position. competition. Yeah, let's get competing back. And I thought he was going to bring that back to him, but I mean, like, evidently, man, he making some promises, man.
Same thing again this year.
Yeah. Cause I mean, honestly, I ain't seen nothing out of TBD. Like you say, I mean, he came in that 1 year. Yeah, he looked good, and you got to keep accountability on the caliber of receivers he had that year.
Good point.
Rambo, yeah.
Rambo and Harley.
And Harley.
Yeah.
X too.
X.
I mean, you got some boys, man, they able to adjust to that ball no matter where it's at and make plays. I mean, are you going to have that this year?
And speaking of that, that's something that you just said was important. Not to cut you off, but a lot of people were saying that X don't get yards after the catch, and they're saying that he always falling. Is it because, like you said, some guys have to make adjustments to the ball? Because we've seen a lot of bad passes by our quarterback last year, you know. And I thought that X did a hell of a job by going to get the ball and catching a lot of these passes that he go and get.
That ball placement play a big part, man.
Right.
Yep.
I mean, sometimes you got to throw your receiver open, and I didn't see that last year. I seen them boys having to make some hellified catches.
Real talk.
I mean, the deal is, man, I mean, like I say, man, I don't know, man. You know, that's why they get paid the big bucks, so you just sit back and look. But me personally, man, I believe in open competition in football.
Amen. I'm with you.
I mean, it's one thing to look good in practice, but boy, you can get in that game and stink it up.
You sure can.
Live contact. They ain't gonna say, "Oh, the quarterback got on red or yellow."
Right. Don't touch him.
I'm gonna have to channel my Allen Iverson. We talking about practice, man. Practice.
Right.
Yeah, see, cause you got to look, man. I mean, like, just think, if you the quarterback and you know they can't hit you in practice, you're gonna plan in and make that throw.
Right.
But now in the game, when something coming at you full speed and they ain't stopping, you may get them little flinches. The way you throwing in your ball instead of follow all the way through.
I agree.
I mean, it's just something to think about. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
So I'm like, you know, I know you can't have live scrimmages and beat up your quarterback. You know what I'm saying? but I'm like, you got to look at all that.
Right.
That's real.
Because, I mean, the reason why I say that, because I look at them giving him the job last year, and then when he was getting in the game, I seen him folding up when he was throwing a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like, trying to brace for the competition. I mean, for the impact.
Yep.
And, you know, I mean, it's natural, but, I mean, like, some plays he could have followed through, man, and made a good pass and made it been a better outcome. But, I mean, just go back and look at the game.
Yeah.
His confidence was shook, too. You saw that.
Yeah. Yeah, that offensive line wasn't the best, though.
Yeah.
But I would just call it, man. You know, I hope they know what they're doing, but thing about it, man, I mean, open competition. That's what I say.
Most
I
definitely.
think the linebacker coach a good hire. He played good at Florida State.
He did. He really did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Played on the Bobby Biden. So I mean, you're gonna have a level of competition. You know, he might go. You know, Bobby did it old school, so he was coach old school. Even though we know Jimbo was running the show back then. But you know, they got that old school. He might come with that old school look practices. And I mean, he's a good linebacker, you know. I mean, I heard people talk about, Florida State. Hey man, that man, he there to prove himself. Hello?
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, he's coming to prove himself. You know what I'm saying? He ain't looking at that. looking at his job first.
Yeah, and he was solid at Louisville as a linebackers coach. He was. I ain't gonna say he was good or great, but he was solid.
He had a couple of guys too. I think a couple of those linebackers had like 89 tackles. One had I think 70, 77.
Yeah,
linebackers last year.
Yeah.
He he decent, man. I think that he got a good coach.
Yeah, I mean he played the position.
Right.
He played the position and he was pretty good at it.
Mm-hmm. And played it recently.
Yeah. Yep. There you go.
Let's see if it could transfer over to the field. You know, cause I mean, some could play it, but they can't coach it.
Well, like you say, he coached good. He was decent at Louisville. Let's see if he can motivate our this this linebacker class coming in does have talent. So I like what he got to work with. I like this linebacker class right here.
What I like about him being a linebacker coach, and everybody know that play linebacker, you got to almost go off of instinct. You see something, you got to react. It may be, a split second. It may not be a blitz on, but you see the play coming, you can shoot that gap and get him.
Right.
If you're missing, he might teach the guys to play off of instinct too, because I seen him like lagging back and letting the lineman get out on him and block him and all that. I don't know. I think he's gonna bring a linebacker point of view back in there, because Charlie Strong, he's a good defensive guy, but he's used to running the whole defense now. I mean, it's the talent, man. I mean, it depends on the talent he have coming in and what the talent can do on the field, because you can only coach him, man. And when you put them out there, I mean, hopefully, man, they produce.
Right.
This a new way, man. That's what we forget, man. This is a new type of athlete, man.
Right.
This is a new type of athlete, man. I mean, that's all I can say, man. It's a new type of athlete, man. I got a nephew coming from high school, and I see how they play and how they think, mind frame, man. I mean, it's a new athlete, man.
Real quick. Sigmund asked, who was his coach under Bobby? I just looked it up. Executive head coach / linebackers coach. I'm not lying, y'all. Y'all can go look it up. Kevin Steele.
Yeah.
Well,
guys, I'm gonna get off and let somebody else get on. I was just calling to holler at y'all boys, man.
Man, we appreciate you, man.
You going to get back in that bunk, man, and going to lay down, man. How much more time you got, man, before they turn you loose? How much more time you got before they turn you loose, y'all?
20 minutes, Dowdy.
20 minutes.
Boy, they should have hit you with that 24, boy. Damn, they should have hit you with that 24.
20 minutes, boy. I'm finna open it up down the highway.
You got your logbook right now?
Yeah, it's right now, boy. I ain't playing with him no more.
Boy,
I ain't playing with him no more.
Boy, start rolling, boy. Go off duty and get a head start, boy. Go ahead on.
He better not.
I ain't playing with him no more, boy.
Hey, man, I'm a holler.
No more, boy. All right.
All right, love you, boy.
All right, man. Be careful on that road, brother.
All right, peace.
Later.
It's you talk, baby.
Yeah, y'all, but I say Kevin Steele, huh? Well, I'm with you, man, Joseph Bernard. No excuses. I agree. Hey, brother Jay, for sure. Hey, listen. Still in the making, man. Hey, I'm gonna have to tell you like this. Well, Miami ain't nothing like Atlanta, boy. Hey, Jay Blaze, I'm still looking for some places, cause I'm gonna tell you like I told CJ Loke. Boy, I'm looking for something that's safe, convenient, and in the budget.
Yes, sir.
That time to hit me in my head. Well, I'm like, God damn. Hey, it's you talk, man. Call us. State your name and where you're calling from.
Players, what's happening?
Shout it. But Shout it. What it do?
Boy, look, y'all can have Shay. Boy, that's my uncle right there. Boy, that's uncle right there.
What's up, dog? D.R. What's going on, D.R.?
What's going on, fellas? How you all doing?
Boy, it ain't nothing, man. What's up with you?
Man, we chilling.
Hey, my man said he was in timeout on his driving. I had a little fender bender myself, man. It's rough tonight out here.
Damn, where you at?
Come on.
I'm leaving South Carolina now, heading back to Jacksonville. Cars pulling out, in and out, man, and I slid about 2 truck lengths and tapped the van in front of me, man. There wasn't no major damage or nothing.
Oh, okay. Okay, you
good, huh?
It's crazy night. Hey, I went 15 years without some mess, boy. I'm looking crazy tonight.
Yeah. It make you mad, man, because it take one fool out there on that road, man. You know, we all drive them trucks, man. It's crazy, man. You got to drive for you and everybody else, and it ain't never, most of the time, our fault, man. You know how that go.
Man. Hey, the ironic thing, the guy who I tapped, he telling the police officer and all them, hey, it wasn't nothing he could have done, and thank God I had a camera in here, because my safety people, they pulled it up. They said, yeah, you was alert, you did what you was supposed to do, and hey, thank God on that.
Well, good.
Yeah.
Good deal, man.
Facts.
I got a citation, because in Georgia, regardless, you tap somebody in the back, they going to get something, but it wasn't but following too close, so I think I could beat that with my attorney.
Good deal. Yeah. Who you a member with Owada?
I used last time I had something going. I used Ticket Clinic long time ago.
Okay.
So they normally handle it for you, so you won't have to go to court. But if the guy, as a matter of fact, it's crazy. The guy who I tapped, he got a lawyer and the judge number for me.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he's a professional.
I might take his advice. Yeah. Well, hey, you know it wasn't our people.
Yeah.
Well, hey, I might do that for us. But everything all good, man. Everything all good, man. I was glad y'all was on tonight and listening. About the linebacker thing. Here's the thing that I don't think everybody paid attention to last year. Mario wasn't bragging and pointing out how good players was doing last year too much. I ain't never seen this man smiling and happy. You know what I mean? I've been watching all week from the practices to him talking. I'm looking at the tape. I'm looking at these mammoth grizzly bears for our offensive line. I'm looking at all these gigantic linemen. I'm looking at some of the receivers stepping up. And, I don't know, man. I mean, I don't know what the record's going to be, but like I said, before, I think we'll be better than 5 and 7. So, I mean, I already had put my trust in the guy when he took over, so I just got to let the man Cook do his thing. But the linebackers, like you said, the ones coming in, they're real good. And you still got something there. Y'all forgot about Chase. Chase will be ready for the fall, and he a thumper.
Chase Smith. Yeah.
So,
We've been hearing about it, man. I want to see him on the field, man. I just want to see him on the field.
I seen it. That's McGaza. I seen it. Not just because he's McGaza, but I seen it. And he put on weight, so he close 235, 240. And he's 6'5". The dude, Miles Gore, the older brother, man, they say that boy been showing out. I mean, they ain't have a one scrimmage, but they said the man instincts off the chart.
Yeah.
Well, that's good to hear. Plus, what you got coming in. Then they said that the D coordinator is tailoring the defense to Flag and Keontra Smith's strength, which made them have a strong scrimmage. In that scrimmage game they had Saturday, both of them did outstanding in the scrimmage game Saturday because they tailored to their talent. And that's what we've been crying about all last year. The coaches not adapting their coaching style to tailor their coaching style to the talent that's on the team. That's where it hurt us a lot. The trenches, man, the trenches got addressed big time. I don't care what nobody say. I know definitely on the offensive line they got addressed. The D-line, they did good last year. But, still did that bend but no break. He just let the linemen, the 4-down linemen, put pressure on the quarterback. He didn't blitz the linebackers or the safeties and all that kind of stuff. The linemen had a lot of sacks last year with just the 4 linemen alone without no stunts and blitzes.
Two other linemen. You stated two other linemen. Stop it, D. You ain't gonna let you. So you try to get on here and do that. Like, you think you just gonna ride out and just say, I'm gonna say three. I'm gonna say, I give you three. I give you three. Hey, but it ain't by calling nobody out. But don't say the defensive line, man. You know not. You want to call up here sometime and keep it real. Then you want somebody, I ain't gonna call them. It ain't calling out. We're just saying it wasn't the whole D line now.
Hey, you know I call them out with no hesitation. I'm positive right now. I ain't gonna be negative because I already had some crazy stuff today. But
it ain't being negative.
The lineman, you got Moulton that redshirted last year, and he's looking good. He got the weight. He's the size of Darryl Jackson, not bigger. I don't know about the two smaller guys that they brought in. They said Ruben Bain is looking as good as advertised.
Yep.
You got the dude that came from USC. He wasn't a bad D lineman. He did his thing.
Who? Lichtenstein?
Yeah, I don't think Lichtenstein had a bad season.
He didn't play a lot, but I mean, he did good when he was in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's the DN on the opposite side of Mesidor?
I know you ain't talking about Harvey.
Big dude.
I know you ain't talking about Harvey.
He didn't have as far as him putting pressure on the quarterback, he was so sober. He set the edge where it wasn't nobody running on the edge on his side of the field.
Yeah, you just being positive tonight. I think you kind of traumatized from the Mexican game.
But
yeah,
they wasn't. Hold up, They wasn't running because they was too busy throwing bombs on that garbage ass secondary we had last year. Come on,
you already know. I told both of y'all that I wasn't happy at all with Kevin Steele the whole season. They was talking about games.
Right.
I said both of them need to go.
Yep, you did. You did.
It's nothing that you can say good for him to allow those corners to get burnt like that. Like I said, if anything, if you got a receiver faster than you on corners, you're supposed to bump them out the line of scrimmage, disrupt his route, right?
I agree. I definitely agree with
that.
That.
That's true.
That one time, and then you go to the combine. My man damn near ran a 4.340. So it had to be some bad coaches somewhere. So if you almost ran damn near 4.340, how you getting burnt every game?
It was definitely some bad coaching. I'll give you that.
But what's the corner? I can't think his name. This boy almost ran a 4.340.
The transfer from Georgia.
Not Ivy, the one from transfer from Georgia.
Yeah, I can't think of his name right now. Hell.
Tariq Stevenson.
Tariq Stevenson.
Yeah, how you show out in the Senior Bowl, show out in the pro day at the school, and then run a 4.340, and you got burned every game. That's bad coaching.
Hey, you know what's gonna get me? If this dude gets to the NFL and shines, and he goes on Sunday night. Look, hold up. Let me real quick before you go in. I'm gonna add Ivy to what I'm about to say about Tariq Stevenson. If both of them get into the NFL and on Sunday Night Football, you know how they do on Sunday Night Football. Everybody get in introductions. DJ Ivy, the U. You know damn well you're gonna have a bunch of them fans claim you're gonna have half the fan base like, yeah, that's a Kane, that's a pro Kane. I ain't gonna be one of them because I ain't claiming him. That boy was bad when he was over here. I don't care what nobody say.
Hey, they do it all the time. When I was on Street in them show some months back, I told them, they argued me down. I said, man, listen, I was joking with them because Mallory is from North Florida, and most of the guys on the Twitter space was from South Florida. I said, listen, I never said Mallory was gonna be the best blocker, but watch what Mallory do in the pros. Now you saw him in the combine.
I think he had the fastest tight end time. Yeah, I saw that.
Yes, and when you throw him the ball 9 times out of 10, he catch it.
It's the combine, though, Derek. How much stock can we put into people out there in draws and out there running 40s and times? That don't translate.
Boy, saying draws.
Made it and they done played an NFL game. They just getting time.
Well, just the point I'm talking about. They said because he wasn't a great blocker that he's not a good tight end. I said most of the tight ends I see in the NFL right now, they're not doing too much blocking. They catching the ball.
Yeah, they hybrid wide receivers.
Exactly. That's what I was trying. That was the point I was trying to get across. This boy gave 110% this last season.
Yeah.
But I mean, hey, I'm happy as I don't know what about that old line being the dread. You got depth. I think they 2 or 3, almost three strong in the whole line. When them boys come in as freshmen for the summer and what they already had, which whatever you think might exit, that ain't getting no burn right now. I think they're at least 2 deep, almost 3 deep at the old line now. We won but 1 deep, and I knew it, but I was, the fan in me. Oh, we gonna do this and that. When the old linemen start getting hurt, we ain't had nobody to replace it.
Nobody.
And when the guy called in talking about TVD, how you gonna look good if your quarterback getting lambasted as soon as he say hi?
What about when he wasn't getting lambasted though?
Well, the year when he wasn't getting lambasted, he threw for over 3,000 yards.
Wait a minute.
Nobody had no tape on it.
Wait a minute, and let me add to the lack of tape. In a lot of those games, he started off bad, having multiple interceptions, and then they had to go start slinging the ball and throwing it more coming from behind. A lot of them stats are masked. There are a lot of masked stats.
Correct.
And Derek offered no better than that, man. They offered no better than that.
Stats, but, hey, I agree with you on the stats, but agree with me on this. So the year he started off kind of bad before he turned it around. The next year, which was last year, the offense that was thrown at him, he like a deer in the headlight. Now, the game I went to when he played against North Carolina, I was at the game. He looked outstanding. Until he got hurt a couple of games after that, he was looking good to me. If you block for TVD will pick you apart.
That's any quarterback. That's any quarterback that has some skill. If you're a quarterback that can throw a little bit, and you got receivers like Rambo and Harley, and you could block for them, they will look good.
Well, a lot of it too. You just said too. A lot of it too. Nobody talking about how bad the receivers was playing. They weren't getting no separation.
Right.
And a lot of them that dropped balls. Every game I went to last year, the receivers dropping balls left and right.
Yes.
They had to keep throwing the ball to Mallory most of the time.
That's right.
Then up until Kobe Young emerged, most of the receivers weren't doing nothing.
That's true.
That ain't DVD fault.
No, it's not. But ball placement is, and just like we was talking about earlier, they had a lot of passes that, X didn't get a lot of yak because he had to wait on the ball, or the ball wasn't where he was at, so he had to adjust his route somewhat to go get the ball, and then he couldn't, transition into finishing the route. So interceptions, I mean, he threw a lot of interceptions when he had Rambo and Harley.
He stunk in that game in Middle Tennessee. I ain't taking nothing away from that at all. He stunk in that game. But from when him explaining and you telling the coach, I don't like this offense you calling. Can you tailor some of this stuff to my strengths versus my weaknesses? When he tailored the offense in the North Carolina game, the man looked good. I put a lot of this on Gaddis because I don't think Gaddis. I think he put the man in a line of 5, if you ask me. And I think you're gonna see a totally different quarterback this year.
Let's hope.
Give you no
we
reference
for
none of that. I think you're gonna see a totally different quarterback.
We root for him. We gonna see.
Unless his arm give out again, I think you're gonna see a totally different quarterback. And I like what that offensive coordinator said. I'm the type of coach that's gonna coach and adjust to what I got on my roster.
We done heard a lot. We got to see.
But Unc, I gotta ask you this.
Well, Gaddis ain't do that.
Unc, I gotta ask you a question about that though. I like to hear something like that too. But here's the $1 million question. Is Mario gonna let the man do what he's been hired to do? Because look, I hate to say this, and I know I'm probably gonna get burned. I've said it before, but I don't care. This is you talk. We say what we feel over here. We don't
right.
sugarcoat to sound nice.
It's you talk, baby.
Mario thus far is doing a lot of Manny-like stuff. And when I say Manny-like stuff, I'm talking about anointing players as starters early in the spring. I'm talking about some of these excuses here and there, not always taking accountability. Now, he does take accountability. He does. But there are a lot of times where he didn't. Coaching hires and, luckily for him, a lot of coaches left on their own, so there's no buyouts to pay other than Gaddis because they left, so they don't get the buyout. But all I'm saying is, and a lot of people, they're going to get upset, but I'm not saying this to put the man down. I'm just saying look at and compare and contrast certain things. Yes, we know Mario is an awesome recruiter. I will give you that. He trumps Manny on recruiting, no doubt. But in-game adjustments and coaching, bro? Hey, I'm just saying. But here's the thing. How is he learning when he's been doing this for so long? And here's the thing. You won a couple of Pac-12 championships. You're not coming in here cutting your teeth as a coach. You already coming all right. If you come from FIU to Miami and you do this, that's one thing. But when you done went into another conference, another Power 5 conference, and won the conference twice, I don't care if you had a ready-made team with Justin Herbert. If you're bad, you ain't going to win if you're bad as a coach. You went over there and won that conference twice.
And won a Rose Bowl.
Beat Ohio State and Columbus. You done did this. All right? But now you coming back and you anointing players as starters in March?
Hey, only one that I agree with that he anointed, even though it's gonna be competition. Ain't nobody gonna beat TVD out of that position. Let TVD beat itself. I like Corey. I like Emory Williams. I think TVD gonna do well. And like I said, I didn't see him this happy and smiling last year. I see all the shiny new toys he got. I'll be happy as hell too.
Okay, he gonna know how to play with them? Will he know how to play with those toys?
Hey, one thing Mario got that man and all of them have, he got Lonzo Highsmith right there on his shoulder. That if he need help with anything, and he got that athletic director right there on the other shoulder. So Mario, make your mistakes. You got two big dogs on the side of you that gonna help you pick up the pieces when you make a mistake.
Well, we love your optimism tonight, boy. Oh my God, boy. This is Derek awful, boy. This is Derek awful, y'all.
Mario made a perfect point. He said, check this out, fellas. We went 4-something my first year at Oregon. Look what we did the second year.
Okay. That was with Justin Herbert.
If we go backwards with 5 and 7, yeah, I'll talk trash. But now, if you improving every year, I ain't got nothing to say. And the adjustments he made on the adjustments he made on the coaches and the players he brought in with the recruit, man, please. I put this in there. We going better than 5 and 7 this year.
We going what?
We gonna have a winning record this year.
Huh?
We gonna have a winning record this year.
What's the winning record? You call the number. Call the number again.
No, I ain't called the number.
You just said it. You said it again.
I said we gonna be better than 5 and 7.
No, but what? Call the number. What we gonna be?
Now the number is 777-9311.
What is that?
That's old school. Let me tell you something. I was a kid, but for those who don't know, go to YouTube and look up Morris Day and the Time.
I ain't giving no prediction on no record. I ain't doing it. Not this year.
Nah, we ain't neither.
None of us are. We're not.
We're gonna have a winning record.
Yeah, we we said the same thing. Yeah.
I believe that. I believe we're going to have a winning record.
I just want to see overall improvement. I want to see better play, better preparation, better coaching, all across the board. That's it.
Me too.
And I don't want to see it until the game starts. I don't want to hear nothing about no spring game, like how good players doing in the spring. I want to see who's going to get out of the spring healthy and get through the fall and when the season starts. That's what I need to see.
Yeah.
Correct. And I want to see what they're going to do in this portal in May.
Who else you want, D? You want what else we need? What else we need? You just told me, man, we got to start starting roster.
You want more? Oh, yeah, because I'm going to tell you why. We need some more depth now at corner and running back because all the running backs ain't completely healthy yet.
Right.
But they should be healthy by the season start, right?
Maybe not.
No, what we got on the roster right now, I'm totally ecstatic on it. But we need more depth. That's what killed us last year. It wasn't the talent. It was the depth behind the starters on both sides. Once those starters got hurt, we ain't had nothing to replace them. You
got a lot of youth because your presumed starter is going to be Henry Parrish, and you still got Trevante coming in from an injury. Yep, you got Trevante coming back from the knee injury.
Don Chaney
still coming back. You got two players coming back with knees, and you got a freshman with Mark Fletcher
coming in the summer, both two freshmen,
and then Chris Johnson.
They're missing all the spring. Chris Johnson, they missing all the spring, so you can't just throw them in like that.
Right.
Stan Franklin didn't come until the summertime last year.
Who?
Stan Franklin.
Yeah, and it showed.
How did it show, D?
Hey, he was falling down when, as big as he was, he should have been Earl Campbell Jr. I was at the spring game last year when he was running. The other cat they had as a backup running back was running better than him in the spring game. I can't think his name. I was there.
Let me Perry to walk on.
Let me get.
You had one on that. One
go
that played
ahead.
for Richmond, and the other one came from UAB. They was running better than him in the spring game.
Let me tell you what Thad Franklin should have been. I'm gonna give a lot of people that don't know a history lesson. Go back in time and look up Bam Morris or Natron Means.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Them boys weren't lightning fast, but they were effective. They were big burly backs that were effective, and especially in short yardage and goal-to-goal situations, they dominated.
I used to hate it with my Raiders,
go to your Saints dude, Ironhead.
Craig Ironhead Hayward.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. That boy 230, 240 pounds, and he falling down like when somebody touches his shoestring. Come on, man.
Mike Allstott.
Running back coach.
Mm-hmm.
You got to go. What's that show? When you had the 10-man of the Wiz. You got to get hard, man.
The
Nigerian Nightmare, Christian Okoye.
Yes,
Why y'all calling all these dudes over here in the AFC West, man? They used to kill me.
Boy, they used to tear your Raiders up.
Stop! I know, right?
Hey, just hope nobody hit him like the Nigerian Nightmare got hit.
I know, right? Ooh, right.
That safety from Denver, Atwater. Ooh.
Steve Atwater. Atwater used to hit you to hurt you, bro.
Well, that was a felony.
Yeah, him, Ronnie Lott, Brian Dawkins. Them boys was some grown men playing the position there, boy. Them boys wasn't scared of no contact. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Mr. Head and Shoulders, my guy. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Look,
and
Frank, well, you got to smile it over that.
Oh yeah. You start calling Steelers, you already Ryan Clark. You start calling Steelers, boy. You know I get excited.
One thing you can't take away from the Steelers. Every era of football they had some assassins. Because when I was in college at Clark Atlanta now. Yeah, Greg Lloyd. Oh,
yes, sir.
God. Man,
yeah.
Say that.
College, bro.
Yep.
Oh yeah, Greg Lloyd was a beast.
He was at Fort Valley, and Shannon Shaw was at Savannah State. Both of them was killing everybody when I was in college. I knew they were going pro with no problem.
Yeah, Jerome Bettis, Jamal.
Yeah, the bus, boy.
Greg Lloyd is one of the hardest hitters ever at linebacker. He don't get enough accolades like he should. Them dudes was terrified of him in that era.
Yeah, you start talking about Greg Lloyd and Kevin Green and man, don't make me reminisce, boy. Those were the good old days of Steeler football there, boy. Man.
We gonna have
Y'all look like my Raiders now.
Yeah. Shit. We look like we look like last year's Miami team now, boy. Let's move on.
Yeah. Hey man, Miami gonna be all right. I'm telling you.
Oh yeah.
Be all right. Hey,
we'll give him time.
They got the spring part. I ain't just talking about the spring. This man, what he done brought in versus what left, man, that was a hell of a trade-off.
Yeah, definitely. We agree with that 100%. We just got to see. Like
we
said.
Look, and this is what I like. Normally, we bring in his cats, they got to bulk up for 2 or 3 years. These cats coming in as monsters that can move.
That's true. Still got to prove it on the field.
Oh, I think they're going to prove it on the field. But, I mean, we got to be fair. Yeah, Mario is the head coach. Yes, everything falls on him. Yes, everybody thought the man had a hell of a coaching staff when he put all those cats together. He can't make these guys gel on his own. You know what I'm saying? They got to come from all of them together. But it falls on him because he put it together. But what did he do? He didn't hesitate to make changes.
Manny
he didn't hesitate to make changes.
Well,
I say Manny.
Wait a minute. Wait. Hold up. I gotta contrast that though.
He made one good change. Manny made one good change.
Dan Enos the Red Lashley.
Dan Eno the Red Lashley. Well, he made 2 good changes. The other good change was when he packed up his stuff and got out there office.
Hold on, no. You was a fan of the defensive coordinator last year when they first hired him, though, man. I mean, not last year.
You know what? I was a fan of Manning when he first came in because I knew the type of defense he was bringing in. But what happened after about the 10th, 11th game at Miami? Everybody figured out his defense, and we started getting gassed those last 3 games of the season. And then the next season, it kept happening again. His defense got exposed. So, he had me fooled. I ain't going to lie.
But I got to go back, Unc. I mean, you said Mario made changes. The only change Mario made was getting rid of Gaddis. The other coaches left on their own. Kevin Steele elected to leave. Charlie Strong elected to leave. Kevin Smith elected to leave.
But for what I was hearing, Steele wasn't going to be the D coordinator again. That's what I was hearing before he even decided to go. That's why Fabian reached out to him and Charlie Strong.
Mm-hmm.
I heard there was going to be some changes, and that was one of them. I know I couldn't be the only one that saw how bad that defense looked. That defense looked abysmal.
Well, they were terrible.
Yeah, they were horrible, man.
I mean, okay. I mean, the defensive line did as much as they could do. Because that's the only one. They was putting pressure on the quarterback.
No, you're not going to do that.
Players on the defensive line did all they could do. 2 players.
He said it. 2, maybe 3, like Joseph.
Maybe 3, possibly.
Hey, that's why I said they did all they could do. There's only 3 that was good. They did what they could do. The rest of them played their part and was done.
Well, earlier I thought you said the D line. You didn't say specific.
The entire unit.
Well, I didn't want to pull nobody out. So I just said collectively the D line.
But we ain't call names. But we can't say numbers, though, right?
We can't
just say that the total numbers.
You can't do like we used to do in school, man. For a group project, man, everybody doing the work and you sitting back chilling and sleeping, and then when everybody get A's, you taking credit. Now, come on, now, you can't do that now.
Right.
Well, hey, if Steele with a quick rotating the linemen every 3 plays, I think Jackson and Taylor would have had a better season. Do y'all agree with that?
I do agree with that. I thought the rotation was horrible because you don't get in a rhythm, and when you start getting in the rhythm, you rotate these guys out, and you got guys that ain't in a rhythm coming in and they giving up chunk plays. I agree with that.
Oh. Yeah, you're not used to the player that you're playing beside. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
They wasn't letting them,
And then you had people defending Steele, and I'm like, hold it. How you going to defend this man? This man gave up probably a world record of bombs in one season. For any college program.
In a game.
In any game. Every game, we had 1 bomb every game thrown on us.
More bombs in the season than Pearl Harbor, boy. Yeah. More bombs in the season than they dropped at Pearl Harbor, bro. You right about that?
Yeah. Exactly. And I'm like, and look, as good as Cam Kitchens was, a lot of time Cam Kitchens was in the wrong position.
Communication, lack thereof.
D and D on the phone. I'm showing D the game live.
Yep.
And then after that play, when Miami had stopped Florida State and they overturned on that fumble, they cheated, overturned the call on the play. Florida State threw that bomb, and Cam Kitchen wasn't even in position. You remember that, D?
Yeah. I'm sitting here shaking my head. Yep. We was on the phone. You was showing it to me.
Yeah, because I thought I was about to have a stroke right then. I had to tell D I had to get out the phone. My chest was tightening and everything.
Boy, I'll tell you what. I think the only good part about last season, as bad as we were, was our fans, bro, because bro, y'all made it.
It was hard to watch, bro.
It was hard to watch. I don't think I would have got through that season as bad as it was without y'all, man. Because them Mondays on them recap shows, bro, y'all commentary calling in, man, kept a brother from dropping tears, boy. I was about to cry like the intro of a Boys and Men video in '93, boy. It was a lot of time, boy. The tears was about to drop, boy. Woo!
It was bad coaching. Man. It was bad. It was players was giving up. They wasn't giving the effort. Man, I mean, it was a blame to go around by everybody.
That's what hurt me. The team quit on Mario, man.
Yeah.
That's unacceptable.
Right. Yep.
And Mario, because I would have lost my mind. I would have been cussing out everybody left and right. I wouldn't have given a damn who filmed me. Mario stood hard in the paint. He took it, and they asked him right when he walking out the field about Florida State rubbed it in, threw another bomb after the game was over. Mario said, yeah, he's supposed to do that.
Yeah.
He said, don't worry about that. He's supposed to do that. He got that in the back of his head, bro. I can't wait till they play Florida State. I cannot wait.
Yeah. In Tallahassee.
D-Cats in Jacksonville, they done lost their damn mind, and they gonna get an old-fashioned ass whoop when they play Orlando. Playing Orlando, first game of the season. Everybody know LSU was coming back on them. They ran out of time. So you think Florida State would have beat them after their 4th, 5th game of the season?
No. That's what I told everybody, though.
No.
Okay.
LSU ain't know what they was doing.
But I can't. I gotta keep it real though. Florida State got better too though as the season went on.
Yeah, they got better. They looked up in the transfer portal and made a few things, but I can tell you one thing: it's not sustainable. And it's going to show this year. You got to build your team from the ground up. Kirby Smart told you what you got to do.
Yep.
Ohio State told you what you got to do. Saban told you what you got to do. You got to have talent acquisition, and it starts with the high school players. Those teams do not do a lot of transfer portal grabbing. That's a last-minute resort.
Yep.
And I like what Mario doing. Mario ain't grabbing a lot of guys in the portal. But he inherited a team, and as fans, we was too blind to see how bad the team really was. So we wanted to kill Mario, do him like Donald Trump.
No, they were too bad to see how bad the team was.
We saw it.
I was one that was saying that there was no talent on the team. We had pieces.
Hey, the first day when they interviewed Mario that first week, the first day Mario said, we got a lot of work to do. That stuck in my head the whole time, and I kept ignoring it.
Right.
He said, we got a lot of work to do. That's what he said. Now this year, he's smiling. So, hey, everybody could be, feel how they want to feel, because I'm the same way. But when I see a coach smiling and a coach calling out how good players looking, I'm paying attention to that, because he ain't do none of that last year. And he been around long enough to know what he's seeing with his own eyes.
Yeah.
If TVD said, I'm happy with the offense, and I didn't learn a lot, and everything's been simplified, I guess because I've been here long enough, everything's coming to me like it should have been coming to me last year. This came out TVD mouth. Hey, the old lineman, the boy from Alabama, y'all saw his interview?
Javion Coleman. He said Ruben Bain is as advertised. I saw that part.
Hey, what did he say about the lineman? What did he say about the center? What did he say about Jalen Rose?
I missed it.
Kyle Hayes. The chat.
Coach Hayes in the
Hey,
building.
he come from Alabama, so he ain't got no reason to lie.
Well,
Hey, if everything else falls through, I bet you the whole line won't fall through.
Well, you're making a lot of damn bets tonight,
Boy,
man. Derek.
oh.
Well, I'm trying to tell you, boy, I'm gonna be on.
Hey,
I'm calling.
hey,
You know,
hey,
we
what
already
you-
talk
hey, D.
every Saturday, anyways, man. But boy,
hey, this season I want to get on that call, man. Patch me in on three-way. I want to hear them conversations.
Boy,
Hey,
he making
y'all
boy,
wise, y'all
he
wise won't let y'all
swear
have the phone on time.
Damn, well, I mean,
I want you talk to hear all this. Every time I want to talk to D and Larry Frank on the weekend, they wild won't let her answer the phone.
Hey man, listen. It happens like that sometimes, guys. You know, it happens like that sometimes, guys.
Yeah.
Hey man, listen,
It's
man.
my therapy.
I got a steak waiting on me, man. I'm finna let you get the hell on, man. Listen, you drive that truck, man, and stop running in the back of people.
Yeah.
You gonna get down to the aisle.
I won't hit nobody there no more tonight.
Rephrase that, bro, because that ain't sound right.
Oh, you right. I ain't gonna kick nobody in the head no more tonight.
There you go. Yeah, because the way you originally said it, boy, I got a visual on it, boy.
Hey,
he
you
on
know
it,
what?
man.
You right. This generation here, I can't talk like that no more.
No, you better not. You better not, because you're going to be getting some inboxes from some of them freaks, boy. Say, what you say? By hitting what? Well?
He on it, coach.
They're gonna be pulling. Yeah, they're gonna be pulling up all my personal history. Yeah, my people. I'm sorry.
Boy, he is the super Miami Hurricane fan himself this year, boy. This is Mr. Derek Offerjaw.
Yes, sir.
The believer of all believers.
Hey, I'm in them fitness, brother. I got to have it. I can't.
You gonna preach it into existence, son? You gonna preach it, son? Someone like you gonna bring it in,
I'm
huh?
gonna preach it into existence. Bringing it real,
Okay.
baby.
Yes,
Bringing
sir.
it
Yes,
real.
sir. We got our very own TD Jakes.
Right.
Yes, sir. No, don't do me like that. Say Farrakhan or somebody. Don't do me on that.
You don't want Jakes?
You don't want Jakes?
No.
What about Creflo?
You don't want Creflo?
Now, Creflo about as bad as he is. Somebody, give me this. I even go low and take Charlton right now.
Oh, man.
He said, who you say?
Reverend Al.
Take Charlton. I take, yeah.
Yeah, you better well go to Jesse Jackson if you go into Reverend Al.
Yeah.
Give me Geno Jenkins. Give me Geno Jenkins, Frank. Give me Geno.
Geno Jenkins.
I like Geno.
Give me Geno Jenkins, Jamal David.
Not the blue chew, dog. Not the blue chew.
What's the pastor that passed from Atlanta? Joseph Lowry. I'll be Joseph Lowry.
Okay, Joseph. Okay, yeah. Historical. Yeah.
I'll be Joseph Lowry.
Yeah. Okay.
He don't cut no corners.
Okay.
Hey, Jose Williams.
You like Jose? I feed the hungry? You like Jose?
You remember Jose Williams?
I remember Jose
Williams in the Alabama.
I used to be down there, man.
Shows you come on the radio.
Yes, I'll be down there at the pantry, man, feeding the soup and drinking. I was eating a lot of the soup too, man, when I was passing it out, dog. I had me a couple of bowls too, dog.
Hey, and taking them old lady money at the bingo parlor. We had a bingo parlor all over Atlanta.
Right. Because they love to be on the other side, man. We used to go over there and play bingo. You know what it is.
Man, yes, love our callers, boy. Love them.
Y'all be good, man. And hey, I'm gonna call y'all tomorrow. I'm gonna see y'all why. Gonna let y'all answer the phone.
Hey, man, I'm Gucci tomorrow, man. I'm laid back tomorrow, man.
I'm chilling. I'm tell
well,
my wife too that I could call y'all.
Hey. Well, I'm gonna say this much. Mine be chiming in and watching, so I ain't gonna say nothing. I'm gonna just chill out over here.
We been campaigning, Joseph Bernard. We been campaigning for.
I'm gonna ask my wife too. I'm gonna ask my wife, can I call y'all too?
Well, see, look at you. How the hell you talking about us? And you got to try to get on lockdown.
Well, I ain't gonna have no problem, but I don't want all the heat be on y'all too. So I'm gonna put myself in there with y'all.
It sound good.
Well, I'm gonna do like I always do to get out of trouble. I'm gonna blame Unc. I'm gonna say he did it. It wasn't my fault. He did it.
All right.
That's how we always got out of a jam. Wasn't my fault. He made me do it.
Hey, hold on. I'm going to put it up. Hey, look what Coach A called it. Reverend Leon Lonnie Love.
Reverend Lonnie Love.
Leon say, I like to address the congregation.
Or better yet, hey, we've been talking old school. Let's take it one more. I got two more old school preachers for you. I'm gonna go back to Fred Sanford, Reverend Ike and Reverend Trimble.
Trouble, baby.
Reverend Trimble. Hold on. What? Remember Richard Pryor on Which Way Is Up?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Or your boy when he was on Good Times, man, when he was running that game trying to get James to go across the country on Good Times. What the name was?
Who are you talking about? I don't remember that one. No.
You remember the episode? It was the one where it was the preacher. They were running this hustle, and they was traveling the country, and they wanted JJ to go along and act like he was blind and he couldn't walk, and they was gonna let JJ act like they blessed him and he was able to walk, and he had James wanted James, and James was gonna take the job. You know how Florida, Miss Goody Two Shoes, you couldn't do nothing. That's why they never could come up. But Florida ain't never won. Like I say, bro, 'cause I still say Florida used to piss me off, boy. 'Cause I'm gonna be real, bro. When they had that money, when James had that money, and Florida said, take it back. When James pulled that money out that bag and threw it on the table, said, I'm glad I did what I did. I said, I'm glad you did what you did too, James. That's how you do it right there. Florida gonna keep y'all in the ghetto.
You know all of us had a grandmama like that.
Just say, what did you say, Dion?
Don't grandmama.
Roscoe.
They weren't going to do no wrong.
Yeah,
and they'll get all the money.
That's right.
The mortgage and everything.
Miss Parker, can I talk to you for a minute, Miss Parker?
The late great Bernie Mac. The Lord is my shepherd. He know what I want.
He know what I want.
Yes, sir.
Well, y'all stupid. Y'all liking the food tonight, boy. Y'all go and bite.
That midget was running like hell trying to catch her, wasn't he?
Oh yeah.
A little bitty leg, boy. He was moving, boy. He was chopping, boy.
Yeah, but he had some strides though. Say he had them 2-inch legs, boy. He had some strides, boy. That dude could leapfrog an empire like nobody else, looking like Flojo, boy.
You said an empire. You stupid.
Buddy love. Ooh, boy.
Hey man, you holler at us tomorrow, man. You can get on lockdown, man.
I'm gonna call y'all, brother. I'm gonna call both of y'all.
All right, man.
I'm gonna call both of y'all when I get on the road. Hey man, y'all be good, man. Be blessed, and I'll keep watching the show.
Appreciate you.
We finna get out of here, man. I'm finna go get that steak, man. I got that steak on deck, bro. I got that steak from Longhorn tonight. I'm finna go tackle that steak, man, D Alpha.
Okay. I got spam and mustard. I'm gonna eat light tonight.
Yeah, okay.
Nah,
he trying to yeah.
You know we different down here. You know how we do.
Man, they don't. Man, please don't tell me this boy down. See, man, that's what I'm saying about my Lakers. See, man, please don't play, man. I ain't turned on the game yet, man. Please don't tell me AD down, bro. Please don't tell me this man stay hurt, boy.
Well, that bad.
We trying to get into the play-in, man. He down. Come on, man.
That man hurt more than feelings, boy.
This is crazy, bro.
Man, hey, man, I don't know. The Lakers just cursed, man, and I be sick every time they lose one of these sorry teams.
Hey, man, we just got into our stride. We was playing okay, bro. I like what we did at the trade deadline, D. Nah, he talking about, I hope he ain't down. Come on, don't play with me like that. All right, D Alpha, man, we gonna holler at you later on, bro.
All right.
Hey, y'all, we got to get out of here. Larry Frank, you want to go ahead and give us some departing words tonight, man, so we can get on out of here tonight?
Hey, real talk. Go Canes, boy. Bring that national championship home. Like I said, we ain't no Canes basketball fans, but we ain't no haters. Bring that national title home. Go into Texas and bring it home. And like I say, man, y'all have a great weekend. Y'all be careful. Y'all be safe. Glad y'all chimed in. And, hey, if it's the Lord's will, we'll see you next week.
For sure. And, man, shout out, man, to the big homie, man, the big bro, Eric Brown.
Yes.
One of the great players, man, from the University of Miami basketball, man. His number should have been retired, man. I'm just glad that he a part of that, man, and he's seeing the basketball program do good. Like I say, I'm not a Hurricane basketball fan. I root for him. I'm a UCLA Bruin, but I want to see him bring this thing home.
Yep.
So shout out to Eric Brown, man. Love you, big bro. Gonna be talking to you soon. And Joseph Bernard, I'm gonna put it back up, man. Show it one more time because we've been campaigning. We've been campaigning since I started this show, man. We know football. We want him down there. Get him a job down at the U, man. Me and Frank been saying that. Me and Frankie Dollar been saying it.
Yeah.
Get him a job down at the U.
Yeah.
Get him on down there.
That way I could get my suite. I get me a suite with some free tickets and some Canes juice. Get him in there.
Damn right.
Yeah, hook us up.
You're damn right. He gonna hook us up, man. V12 gonna let us in the door anyway, regardless.
Oh yeah.
Shout out to V12.
V12.
Hey, listen, y'all. Some departing words, Larry Frank. You want me to go ahead? How you want to do it?
I did mine, man. I shout out to the basketball team and much love and safety to everybody. And we'll see y'all next week. I'm good. You go ahead. You good?
For sure. All right, y'all. It's been real. We appreciate the content, man. The commentary. We love all of you guys. You guys have a safe weekend. You guys take care. Go Miami Hurricane basketball. Hopefully, man, these winning ways from the girls team and the men's team and play over there, man, on the side of football, man. We will be watching. Go Canes. It's You Talk, baby. Y'all know how we start every show, and you know how we end every show. It ain't no us without you, baby. And we out. We love everybody. Take care. Have a great weekend. Stay safe. We'll see you next week if it's the Lord's will. It's You Talk, baby.
It's You Talk, baby.